Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video, getting some more Season 8 Go Battle League battles, these taking place in the Ultra Remix League, or meta, really, and today we have another shoutcast from a fellow PvPer of the community by the name of Super Saiyan God, and he has submitted us a set of some really spicy battles, including one XL Drapion, while also making a push, as you might see in the bottom right corner, that Elo is at the 2904 rating. So Super Saiyan God, thank you so much for the submission. I'm extremely excited to shoutcast these battles. I'm loving the look of this team with a little bit of Drapion and some Mud Boy action in the form of Seismitoad, because in the Ultra Remix meta, my boy Swampert is banned, and Whiscash, getting that to XL is a lot more difficult than getting Seismitoad there. So if you're excited for this set of battles, I think we have a collection of 10, maybe, I could be wrong, definitely more than one set. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's see how this team performs in some Ultra Remix battles. Oh, messed that up. All right, let's get into them. So this first one, we're going to have Drapion on a Ninetales lead. That poison typing of Drapion is going to do very well here against the fairy typing of Alolan Ninetales. The opponent is staying in so far. Let's see how long that lasts, because of the fact that they're not going to want to take a Sludge Bomb. The first one coming at the Alolan Ninetales. Now, I feel like it's debatable on what moveset you want to run on your Drapion in this meta, potentially. PV Poke recommends Crunch and Sludge Bomb, but it is also nice to have Aqua Tail for a little, fire coverage, but then again, he does have Seismitoad for this team comp, and of course, Aqua Tail as a bait move is always nice. So they play out the one shield, almost went for the farm down. The opponent decided to swap and bring in Scrafty, and he's got a great counter for Scrafty in the form of Surfetch. So this Spice team is taking on a double XL team right off the bat. Surfetch putting in work, gonna go for the Leaf Blade. Will this get the shields? It will get the shield. Maybe want to go for Night Slash instead for a potential buff, but at the same time, if they call that, then it's kind of uncomfortable if they don't shield the Night Slash. Either way, safe play, go Leaf Blade. This one will definitely take out the Scrafty, and let's see what the opponent decides to do to pivot here. Do they come with the Alolan Ninetales, try and counter down, or not counter down, fast move down? They can't, because the Alolan Ninetales is almost dead, so they throw a charge move, he counters down. They bring in a Politoed, triple XL, and Surfetch is clutching after Drapion does super well in the lead. Goes back into his Drapion, doesn't even need Seismitoad for this match. Gonna go for the Crunch, maybe could have gotten to the Sludge Bomb, but doesn't need the Sludge Bomb, and the Alolan Ninetales decides to quit, and that is match number 1. So far, liking this team. Let's see as we go through more and more battles. Again, this is almost the Legend rating. It took on a triple XL team. I'm sure there's weaknesses that I'm not seeing right off the top of my head. It is a little glassy with Surfetch in the back, and then I don't think Seismitoad's the most bulky Pokemon. I think it's an average at most. But either way, getting to this next match, we have Drapion on a Milotic lead. This Milotic is running Dragon Tail. I think the preferred moveset is Dragon Tail, Surf, and Hyper Beam, Blizzard. They just got beamed, so that was pretty insane, but is able to come in with Surfetch and counter down, which allows this matchup against Gengar to not be too terrible, because now they can spam super effective Night Slashes, potentially boost. So these Night Slashes are going to force some shields. Charge move coming from the Gengar, almost definitely a Shadow Punch. Gengars almost always bait these days. It's like they bait so obviously that even with a glassy Pokemon like Surfetch, you can easily no-shield and feel comfortable. He then swaps in the Seismitoad to go for the super effective Mud Shot down on the Gengar. Charge move coming through, another Shadow Punch bait, but honestly at that point, woo, some opposing spice around the almost legend Elo. Coming with Lucario. These Earth Powers are going to one-shot Lucario. And it's just a pop, a Shadow Ball. Are we worried about a bait here? He calls the bait. Big play. Honestly, I feel like he probably, oh no, maybe he doesn't outpace, doesn't call it. This should only just be another Power-Up Punch though. Probably not going to get to a Shadow Punch, even if that Power Punch was a bait move. Gets to this Earth Power in time, will destroy the Lucario. They come back in with the Gengar Seismitoad out there. Clutch in match number 2 with the Mud Shot down on the Gengar. Getting into this next match, we have Drapion on a Scrafty. Definitely not a great matchup just based on the fact that Drapion's taking neutral. And, I mean, Drapion's also dealing neutral, but has to get all the way to a Sludge Bomb here, whereas the Scrafty will continue to throw neutral power punches and counters and start boosting itself to rack up damage, whereas Drapion's taking a little bit longer to get this damage off, but is going to get off 2 Sludge Bombs here. The opponent does shield. They see him P-tie. Should be another power-up punch. Maybe not the worst matchup because you don't have to worry about the potential foul play. But now they're double boosted. Comes in with a Surfetch, and the Scrafty decides to stay in because it has so much energy that is built up. The power punch actually did a decent chunk. Then they come with another Gengar. Gengar's popular in this meta. Honestly, I have seen quite a few. And I guess towards all the trainers that are pushing towards that legend rank, they're enjoying trying to use Gengar to have success with also. It is a solid mon, very spammy, very attack heavy. We already know, it's very classy also. Gonna get off the Night Slash here from the Surf Fetch. This will either get the shield or take out the Gengar. Takes out the remaining health, and the Surf Fetch boosts. They come in with Alolan Ninetales, who is going to be taking neutral damage from the counters and boosted. Gonna get off the Leaf Blade. Gets the shield. Huge. Gets Powder Snow down. Gonna come back in with the Drapion because the Sludge Bomb would definitely one-shot the remaining health. I think the Alolan Ninetales is almost at 2 Weather Balls, so good call on not throwing the move there because they would just throw back-to-back Weather Balls. Drapion's energy would have went to waste. The Alolan Ninetales goes for another charge move, going to be another Weather Ball, and now they're over-farming a little bit here. So another charge move coming in, going to be another Weather Ball, over farming to make sure they can deal with the Scrafty, and they're at double Sludge Bomb. So Seismitoad, energy generating real fast with Mudshot, can tank some moves. So you know what, maybe I give Seismitoad a little bit more credit. Maybe it's a little bit more of a bulky Mud Boy. I got to check out the stats specifically to see exactly where it's at, but it was definitely handling that damage pretty well to clutch out that match. Getting to this next one, we have Drapion on everybody's favorite XL Pokemon. I gotta know where everybody's getting these XL Frillish candies from. I'm sure it can be gotten legitimately, but it is just an annoying Pokemon to see, and with the amount of times I'm seeing it, it's very frustrating to deal with in this Ultra Remix meta. But the Drapion did scare away the Jellicent, so you know, maybe Drapion, new meta, counter all the jellies because they're everywhere in this meta. And they come in with a Mandibuzz. He decided not to swap, understandably so. It is an Air Slash. No, it's Snarl. It's Snarl, Mandibuzz, and Aerial Ace will be super effective again. Surf Fetch in the back. And then Seismitoad probably not going to enjoy taking a bunch of neutral foul plays and then having to get off Sludge Bombs to do well here. But now he decides to swap for the counter down heads up play. Did lose the shield in this situation. I don't think the Jellicent comes in though, because as much as it resists all these counters, both charge moves are going to do super effective damage. The Jellicent does go for the big Shadow Ball and it lands, and then the opponent swaps out. So like I said, Jellicent didn't want to stay there. Alolan Ninetales comes in, he gets a shield with the Leaf Blade, gonna go for another one, probably gonna get Powder Snow down. At least gets both shields with those Leaf Blades. Pretty clutch there. Both Seismitoad and Drapion have Sludge Bomb, which is going to scare the heck out of the Alolan Ninetales. It's actually a very clutch move to be running in a meta where Alolan Ninetales are everywhere, and even some other fairies, as much as some Charmers were banned based on the fact that, you know, top 20 most used mods were banned, and definitely quite a few Charmers in there. But the Sludge Bomb does not take out, and he makes a heads up play of going into Drapion for the farm down. Does have to shield. The Jelly comes in, but the Drapion's at 2 crunches. Will 2 crunches be enough, being super effective? Oh, they most definitely will be, and Drapion is a Jellicent. Counter confirmed. I mean, it actually is. But that dart, oh, it didn't take it out. The Poison Sting down. Oh, unfortunately, I called it too early. But I mean, it makes sense. It is a dark Pokemon. Oh, it's only a Bubble Beam. Can they get the Poison Sting down? What a play. Generates a bunch of energy doing that, and gets the Alolan Ninetales to quit. Well, that was the opponent's last remaining mon there. Getting into this next one, we have a Drapion on a Snorlax lead. Gonna wanna spam Sludge Bombs here as Crunch. I think Sludge Bomb is better DPE. That's something I should probably check, but I'm pretty confident. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. So I feel like if both are going to be neutral, even though Crunch is a little bit cheaper, you probably want to go Sludge Bomb because they both get in stab. So now the opponent decides to not shield either of those charge moves coming through. Safe swaps into Surf Fetch and calls an Earthquake. That's actually a huge call because Earthquake would have hurt even though it's non-stab and neutral. They come into a Defense Deoxys, but you know what? Well, the Defense Deoxys is resisting the counters and is going to have to worry about a Psycho Boost. Ooh, a Thunderbolt. No Psycho Boost on this Defense Deoxys. Surf Edge can at least throw super effective Night Slashes at Defense Deoxys, so that is relatively helpful here. I feel like Defense Deoxys could be a bit of a problem for this team comp with the fact that, like, it resists Surf Etch's, well, fast moves. The Night Slashes are super effective. Drapion takes neutral, can deal super effective in the form of Crunch, and the only one that's sitting a little comfortably here is the Mudboy. Mudboys always do well against Defense Deoxys. We know that from Whiscash and Swampert and Great League. They decide to Psycho Boost and dip. Politoed comes in. It's a battle of Mudboys, but Politoed's a wannabe Mudboy. So can Seismitoad prove itself in the ways of the muddiness to beat out this Politoed? He swaps. Ooh, okay. Catches the move there. Knew he wasn't going to get to an Earth Power. Some very good, counting and whatnot, paying attention to energy management. Politoed gets another charge move, but will survive this Weather Ball. Should be able to get off another charge move. Goes for another Crunch. Could have gotten off the Sludge Bomb. Let's see what ends up happening here. Gets a shield, so it doesn't matter. If anything, when that happens, you want to get off the, the cheaper move. And Drapion survives the lick down to then get another crunch off on the Snorlax. So you know what? Maybe that was the play. Because honestly, got off 4 crunches. And if he was throwing Sludge Bombs like I was saying, he would have been behind on energy and probably wouldn't have gotten that 4th one off. Gonna try to go for the Mud Shot down to then throw a charge move with the Politoed to win this match. Is that going to work? Mud Shot down, defense Deoxys. And not Politoed, Seismitoad. So many Toads. Too many Toads. Never enough Toads. Can never have enough Mud Boys. Seismitoad with the big Earth power to prove Politoed, who is the top Mud Boy in this meta. What on earth? You know, there was a relatively popular Twitch streamer out there that, I think I know exactly what team comp this is, that was running this team comp of Dialga in Ultra League with double charm behind it. So we've seen the Dialga, we've seen the first Charmer. Are we going to see a third Charmer behind it? That's a great question. While this match goes on, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn on my ring light. I realized as I was mid-recording, I did not have this on, and I'm like, I'm looking a bit dark. Honestly, with this hat kind of covering the light anyway, I don't know if that even made too much of a difference, but whatever, it is what it is. We've got Drapion on Dialga here. Oh boy, gets the shield. Dialga in Ultra League is definitely going to be a lot glassier than it is in Masters because of how high its CP is. When it hits that 2500 CP mark, it's going to be at a relatively low level, so there is that positive. Now with the light on, I got this weird freaking light line on my face. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know if that's coming from the light or from outside. Whatever. We're looking at the gameplay. You're not really looking at this face. I mean, if you're looking at this face, let me know. But anyhow, Seismitoad comes in, Sludge Bombs the Alolan Ninetales. Seismitoad gonna clutch against the double charm team. Get the Sludge Bomb off, Mud Shot the Dialga, or Earth Power the Dialga before it gets to a charge move. Will Seismitoad... Oh, he goes for the Sludge Bomb BM! I mean, like, double resisted. Dialga's almost dead. Sludge Bomb's cheaper. Takes out the Dialga, and that is what we say. Was that double charm? I wasn't paying attention. I don't remember seeing a Charmer. I don't remember where the third Mom was, even though I think we just took it out. Whatever. It's a pretty popular team comp, and I got distracted by my lighting. If there was a match for me to miscommentate, it's the match we're playing against Double Charm, but at least Super Saiyan was able to beat it. He's going on a slaughtering rampage with this team comp. Now we have Surfetch on a G-Fisk. Decides to shield the Earthquake. Big call. This should only be a Rock Slide. Is only a Rock Slide. And he literally countered down the entire G-Fist. Did he throw a single charge move there? Wild. And the Alolan Ninetales comes in. Hopefully not Charm. Hopefully just Powder Snow. We'll be able to easily get off. Oh, it is Charm. Since they will be able to easily get off some charge moves here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we ended with Surfetch on Stunfisk. But his lead was Drapion, right? Am I hallucinating? That double charm team has thrown me off completely. Anyhow, let's keep on watching. We got Seismitoad on a Scrafty lead here. I'm going to go for the big stab on the Earth Power. A little bit more energy, but worth it for the stab. Gets the shield. Going to potentially go for a Sludge Bomb here. Worried about getting taken out or outpaced by the Scrafty. Big play. Swaps back into the Drapion. Going to try and get off another Sludge Bomb. Definitely doesn't want to throw a Resisted Crunch in this situation. Going to get pupped quite a bit because Foul Play is going to be resisted. So the Scrafty's not going to want to throw the Foul Play here. It's going to pup like crazy, boost up that attack, but Scrafty staying in. He's at double Sludge Bomb. Does he throw here, over farm a bit, or is he worried about the counter damage? He is worried about the counter damage. Throws immediately. I think he still has a shield, and there's an Alolan Ninetales in the back. All that... Ooh. Almost worked out perfectly. I was going to say, wow, it didn't take out. It was going to maybe be able to poison this thing down. Has to shield the pup. It's a bit unfortunate, but Drapion with the thickness holds on to, you know, fight off the Charm Ninetales and gets a crunch off. Dark counters very confirmed. What is going on in these matches? You love to see it. We've got Drapion on a Gengar lead here, and I don't think this Gengar is running Focus Blast in the lead. Gonna resist the Sludge Bomb, gonna resist the Shadow Ball. Even resisted, it hits hard, but you know it's gonna hit harder. Drapion's super effective crunches. One-shots the Gengar's health, and bye-bye to that Gengar. They come in with the Machamp to deal some neutral counter damage to the Drapion, but it's gonna be able to spam off some Sludge Bombs because of the way he overfarmed. He played it so well. Doesn't build up to the Sludge Bomb. Gonna throw the Crunch, but because it's a Machamp and because it's low health, it gets the shield anyway. The Machamp's going to commit to a counter down, but some really nice plays with Drapion in the lead there. Has a shield advantage and has the Machamp almost dead. Decides to tank a move on Seismitoad, then swaps in the Surfetch. Shields across shop, looking to go for a counter down, so thankfully they don't have a good counter for Surfetch in the back because they decided to keep the Machamp in. Let's see what their last Pokemon is. It is a Shadow Snorlax, and this is as good as GG. Gonna go for Night Slash to potentially get the boost and counter down the Snorlax. Also gets a shield, which is pretty huge there. Leaf Blade, better damage-wise. Leaf Blade and Night Slash, neither are getting stabbed, but they're really good for coverage on a counter user like Sirfetch'd, and gets the top left. Sirfetch'd leaning up after a beautiful lead with Drapion in that match. Getting into this next one, woo! Ultra League Ho-Ho. So we're gonna have to worry about some Earthquakes coming through because they're gonna hit for super effective damage on the Drapion. Probably gonna throw that because instead of not wanting to really throw Brave Bird, even though it's cheaper, it does debuff, and I feel like in that situation, if you're gonna debuff yourself with Ho-Ho, then you gotta go bye-bye. But then again, it is only Poison Sting as a fast move, so potentially, if he wants to just use shields, doesn't have to worry too much about the fast moves. Brave Bird comes through, they swap into Ice Fang Hippowdon. Wow. Well, I respect the spice that this opponent's running with the Ho-Ho lead and a Hippowdon behind it. Gonna go for the Earth Powers here. Gonna deal some nice stab neutral damage. Takes out a little bit more than half of the Hippowdon's remaining health and gets the defense debuff. Pretty clutch. Should only be a body slam. Ice Fang does not generate energy that well. Gonna go for the Earth Power here. This will definitely take out the Hippowdon's remaining health or get the shield. Gets the shield. Big plays. Gonna get Ice Fang down. I gotta keep on remembering that my computer goes into sleep mode as I, as I just sit and stare at my screen. I always forget that. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the recording. Let's remember where that is. I record all these in one take, so it's very unfortunate, especially because I can't pause the gameplay. I was getting all hype in that situation, and then I got messed up by my computer being like, yeah, we've sat still for 15 minutes. We're gonna go to sleep. But either way, Zangoose is the last mon. Drapion has a bunch of energy to spam a couple crunches. Crunch dealing neutral damage. Zangoose being glassy does not want to see any of this action here. Takes out the Zangoose. The Ice Fang Hippowdon comes back in, out spams it, gets to the crunch, will take out the Hippowdon's remaining health. And that is another GG with quite the spice team. He is just running away and wrecking this entire meta. I'm loving it. And that is actually the last battle. So, you know, if you made it this far and anything weird happened on my screen, I do apologize. But I don't know if, other than the light of the screen reflecting my face, I don't know if it going into sleep mode does anything to the recording. We'll have to find out though, because when I got back into it, my screen did look weird. So it is possible my face freezes up. And I'm not really going to do anything about that. So I do apologize in advance, but at least it's towards the end. So looking at this team comp, Super Saiyan God, thank you for the submission. I think those were 10 battles, 10 beautiful battles, 10 beautiful dubs around the almost legend elo. First of all, make that push. I have faith in you. I'm sure you probably hit legend already by the time I did this shoutcast, especially if you're out here winning with Drapion, Seismitoad, and Sirfetch'd. This is the type of stuff you love to see when you're, shoutcasts battles. And looking at trainers have success. People hitting legend, using spice. That's the stuff that's nice. I'm trying to think, just going over the team comp in general. Flyers can be a bit of a problem, but I mean, that helps to have, Sludge Bomb on Seismitoad. Obviously, Sirfetch'd doesn't want to really see too much of a flyer, but I'm like, how many flyers are really even in this meta? If we think about some of the big boys in this meta, Mandibuzz, even though we did see him go up against one. Jelly, he has some decent play against, can hit neutral. Jelly doesn't really scare too much of the team. Sure, the Sirfetch'd matchup is amazing, but at least Sirfetch'd has Leaf Blade and Night Slash. And then we got G-Fist. We already saw some G-Fist get slaughtered. We got a Fighter and a Mud Boy. Honestly, actually, I kind of like that, because it's almost like an ABB comp, where it's like Drapion is Poison Dark. Drapion does not want to see ground, and then ground and steel, and Seismitoad and Sirfetch'd do well to cover that. Charm can be a problem, but then again, Drapion, as much as it's taking neutral, is dealing poison damage, so maybe not so much a problem, as long as you keep away from the Sirfetch'd. But yes, that is kind of my overview on this team. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the team comp in the comment section below. Again, thank you so much for the submission, Super Saiyan God. This was honestly amazing collection of battles to shoutcast over, and thank you, the viewer, for watching. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It seriously helps support the channel in more ways than you know, and I'll catch you all in the next video.